Shout out to Coco 2005 for sending me this story. And what makes this story that I'm bringing to you so interesting is the fact that of the amount of time this individual can serve for the crime they committed, considering her gender. Now, this woman's name is Rochelle Lee Cressman, and she has been hit with a plethora, and I do mean a laundry list of charges that has her attached to having sexual relations with a minor, that minor being a 14-year-old student of hers, which means he's definitely 4 years below the legal age, depending on what the age of consent is and what state that it's in. But they said that she can face, excuse me, 523 years in prison if convicted on every charge that she's been hit with. I'm going to go ahead and read these charges, and it's a lot of them. It says Cressman is facing 10 counts of statutory sexual assault, all felony 1 charges, with a maximum possible sentence of 20 years imprisonment and fines of $25,000 each. 10 counts of involuntary deviant sexual intercourse, also felony 1 charges. 1 count of unlawful contact with a minor, another felony 1 charge. 1 count of endangering the welfare of children, a felony 3 offense with a maximum possible sentence of 7 years imprisonment and a fine of $15,000. 1 count of corruption of minors, another felony 3 charge. 1 count of terroristic threats, a misdemeanor 1 charge with a maximum possible sentence of 5 years imprisonment and a fine of $10,000, and 42 counts of indecent assault, misdemeanor 2 charges, which each carry a maximum possible sentence of 2 years imprisonment and a fine of $5,000. If convicted all charges, Cressman faces a combined maximum possible sentence of 523 years imprisonment and fines totaling $775,000. That's the reason why I said that this is very interesting, is because you never hear of women who put themselves in these positions where they are having sexual relations with their students, or any minor for that matter, getting hit with these kinds of charges and a possibility of getting all of those years. They usually give that to the men when they commit these crimes. So it's nice to see that justice is not gender specific when it comes to these type of things, but it is rare. So it's definitely not the rule, but definitely the exception. But they have to first convict her on the charges that are laid out on the table for what she did. Now I'm gonna go back and read something right quick. It says that she had developed a relationship with the victim between September 13, 2018 and April 18th of this year. So we're talking about roughly, wow, over 6 months. Let me make sure. I think like over 6 months. They said during this period, police said that Cressman reportedly had sex with the victim at least 10 times. Now, mind you, she's 32 and he's 14. That's more than twice his age. But she didn't care. Clearly, she had sex with him 10 times. At least 10 times, which means it could have been more than that. But they say 10 because they know that, or at least that's how much that they're being told. It was 10. Well, in that case, I hope they find her guilty of every single thing that she's being accused of, because it sounds to me like they might have enough evidence to actually get her on something. This says Cressman also allegedly threatened to harm herself or the victim if he ever told anyone about the relationship on multiple occasions. That would probably explain why they had so many sexual encounters, because she threatened to do harm to him if he told anybody. And then with him being 14-year-old, his mind is still developing, so she played the whole mind trick game on him, and it apparently worked until it all came and caught up with her. But we'll see what happens, I guess. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.